Cathay Pacific would like to take you on a tour of Asia.
Frequent flyers of Cathay Pacific may love or loathe the classic ads from decades ago, promoting award-winning service and gorgeous flight attendants from, and I quote, 10 Asian lands. Today, this Hong Kong-born flight attendant has an expression you cannot see. She wears a mask during the outbreak and to protect her identity as she speaks frankly about keeping her job using the pseudonym Emily.
Worrying that there might be redundancy or even, redundancy is the worst.
Emily has been a Cathay cabin crew member for 7 years. She enjoys her job, but fears for the future. Cathay usually flies about 34 million passengers every year, serving over 200 cities around the world from its hub at Hong Kong International Airport. The outbreak has hammered Cathay Pacific and the global airline industry as passengers cancel their travel plans and governments impose travel restrictions against recent visitors to mainland China. Analysts say the industry could get hit harder than SARS, which cost global airlines $7 billion. The collapse in passenger numbers has forced Cathay to slash flights worldwide by 30% and flights to mainland China by a whopping 90%. Cathay initially took a neutral stance as the protests began. Then Chinese state media slammed the airline's workers for taking part in what it called illegal demonstrations. Beijing banned any Cathay staff involved in the protests from flying into China. Cathay's former CEO and chief commercial officer resigned, and a culture of fear took hold as the airline cracked down on staff involved in the demonstrations. Workers tell CNN many were fired. Cathay says dismissals were all made within regulations. Yet despite all the turmoil, analysts say the airline's long-term prospects are positive.
They are the major airline in one of the great hubs of the world. So while they'll take a battering, they will bounce back. In SARS, they laid off staff when they had a 40% cut in capacity over about an 8-week period. Then in 2009, when the global financial crisis hit, again, they asked 17,000 staff to take 4 weeks unpaid leave. So it's not unusual for Cathay.
But as the current outbreak drags on, businesses are struggling to deal with the financial turbulence caused by the coronavirus. Cathay is asking its 27,000 employees to take 3 weeks off without pay, without mention of layoffs. In a statement, the airline says, in view of the novel coronavirus outbreak and also significant drop in market demand, we announced massive capacity cuts. Preserving cash is the key to protecting our business. Emily says she will take the offer, fearing she could be let go.
I'm afraid if I don't participate or if not enough people participating in it, there might be more measures to be put in place in order to use the management terms, preserving cash.
Back in the day, Cathay Pacific promised an experience for its passengers to
arrive in better shape.
It's a message the iconic airline needs now more than ever as Hong Kong struggles with uncertainty. Kristie Lu Stout, CNN, Hong Kong.